Anything you want. We'll handle that. We kept it simple for today because originally we had planned on guests, and then the guests had other things they need to take care of, and they're pretty important, but they are rebooked, and we will have them soon. Spent the morning, uh, at the Huskers basketball pro day. And here's the thing of beauty about those sorts of things. And I love it when I can get eyes on. Right? You actually get eyes on. To see the things that other people talk about. And, it's no slight to other people, but I like getting my eyes on uh, the players, how they move, coaches, how they interact, players, how the players are interacting. And because there are little things that tell me where there's all is well in the state of the union. Players' communication is important. How they talk to each other, how they respond to each other, whether they're standing up for one another, and those things uh, can be missed. Can be missed. But if you get eyes on over an extended period of time, good, good. Um, to say this for those folks who went Friday night to Midnight Madness and got an opportunity to see the Huskers get up and down the floor. First of all, I do want to give a shout out to the ladies. Ashley Scoggins won the 3-point shooting contest. High level performance. She and Stewart went at it in the first round, tied, went to an extended round, and Ashley Scoggins won it. And to tell you the truth, they had the higher score between the boys and the girls. So, yeah, nicely done. Nicely done. It was good to see them get up and down, good to see the personalities. First eyes on without Kate Kane in the middle. It's been kind of weird since you've seen her there for so long. So they'll have to make some adjustments. Head coach Amy Williams spoke on it yesterday that's going to be a huge adjustment to be able to 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 go from having somebody there as a constant and then not having her anymore. Now they've got a nice answer. They've got several nice answers. The ability for them to go 5 out and spread out in space with a big Stewart can play the 5. It can shoot the 3. As a matter of fact, she was in the 3-point finals Friday night, so she can shoot the 3. Markowski is legitimate and bona fide. So if she's your big in the middle, they have a force and a factor. I'm not sure she's going to be the shot blocker that Kate Kane was, but I don't think that's necessary. The game style is different. What she does offensively, I think she may actually be a little more polished offensively than Kate Kane is in the paint and around the basket. Much better footwork around in the paint and around the basket. High level competitor. So you got some answers there. As far as the men were concerned, and this is kind of where I landed watching them for 2 nights and 4 days. Before you crinkle your nose and frown your brow, I wanted confirmation of what I had seen in workouts to Friday night's Midnight Madness to today's actual scrimmage, getting up and down the floor. And as a mental note that this is a pro day, so there were scouts, NBA scouts there at the practice, and this was official, so it wasn't like these are just folks lingering around. These were NBA scouts, and they were connected to what was going on. Like they were engaging, they were giving feedback to players, they were actually having those conversations. And what I'll tell you is, first of all, there was anywhere between 16 and 20 NBA scouts there. That's a lot of scouts. That's a lot of scouts. As a matter of fact, you can't pay college scouts to come to your place if you don't have any talent in the building. If NBA folks don't think you have talent in the building, you having a pro day is just you having a party for yourself. That's not what happened. That's not what happened today. So for all the scouts, and the Knicks were there, the Bulls were there, the Bucks were there. Yeah, it was pretty substantial. And as you would expect, as one would expect, the eyes were drawn to Bryce McGowan. And let's see what the freshman looks like in person in Lincoln. Like, they've seen him in AAU, they've seen him in travel ball, but this is the first time to see him in Lincoln based on what Fred's going to ask him and allow him to do in the course of a season. Of course, next to him is his brother Trey. Certainly has some boxes checked for professional consideration. Next to them, Alonzo Verge Jr., and he is legitimately a pro type point guard in this system and for what's expected. Again, a guy that comes off the bench and averages 14 for Arizona State, having the ball in his hand and being the distributor and facilitator for Fred Hoiberg certainly does not hurt his NBA profile. So those three, eyes on first and foremost, right? That pro scouts are going to look there. Professional teams, rather than if you said, the NBA, professional teams looking at Derek Walker to see what the big guy does within this system and can they use him at the next level. It's pretty good stuff, right? Balance, his leadership, his maturity, his high IQ, all of that in place, right? Lot man at the 4. Anytime a 6'9" shooter who can defend the 5, who changes their body, can adjust. Now, Lat still has some things to work on, putting the ball on the floor, mid-range game, and et cetera. But that's there. And again, for a shooter in the league, if you're 6'9", you get a look. You get a look. So all 5 guys in the starting lineup will have some consideration and possibility. You can disagree, but that's a statement of fact from the people in the building, for those scouts in the building. All 5 of those guys are under consideration. Again, they can play themselves up or they can play themselves out. Like, all of that's true. But what they see is things that can be useful at the next level. And all of that's true. Now, where it got really interesting today is the second group. It's the second group. And let me tell you, second group this year is a whole lot different than the second group last year. I'm just telling you, feel free. I'm going to say this, and folks can take it whatever way they want. I'm going to imagine that if they offered, there are 12 jerseys that they could offer this year. Actually, there are 14 jerseys that they could offer this year. So imagine you walk into the store before a game at PBA. If the people are on their JOB, there will be at least 14 current Husker jerseys on sale at PBA. 14. And you say, well, that's a lot of jerseys. And you go, okay. So for one, any Pike jersey sells. Piatkowski jersey sells. Period. Point blank, it sells. Hoiberg jersey sells. Hoiberg jersey sells. Right? There'll be, I'm just telling you, there will be people in the building who have Pike jerseys and Hoiberg jerseys. That's if they're sold. You
could say the same thing about Markowski on the women's side.
Women's side, that's a whole different conversation. We'll go up and down that list too, because that was a part of what I was trying to work with today. Okay, so then let me say this. Everybody from the starting 5, folks don't know Alonzo Verge, but they're going to love his energy. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going to be the guy that Husker fans love and every other Big Ten fan base hates. Husker fans are going to love him. Everybody else in the Big Ten is going to hate him. Why? Because he's a pest, he's vocal, he's all energy, and he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. Like, he's going to upset some people. He's going to make a play, and he's going to go dunk on somebody and then yell in their face, and we're going to have to deal with it. But guess what? Mm-hmm. Husker fans are going to love it. Other fans, not so much. It gives us 3. Both McGowan's jerseys sell.
Mm-hmm.
So
which one sells out first? Trey.
Trey, because they're more connected to him, but Bryce will sell just as many only because he's the pop.
Okay.
He's the pop. I mean, let's be honest. He's I don't want to say he's the Michael Jackson of the Huskers, but he's more like the Justin Timberlake of the like NSYNC, where they all have something that they do extra, but you could tell right away that Justin is just a little more special than everybody else.
Has Bryce been the most talked about player this offseason? I don't think so.
I think up until Friday he was. I think up until Friday, well, because it's never happened before.
You're absolutely right. I think Casey is
but you're getting ahead of yourself. What I'm telling you is, Verge is going to be the guy who gets the most hype during starting lineup announcements, right? Like, he may be the one that he may dance, he may do something, but he'll be the guy, who energizes the building. The McGowans are the glue. Like, that's that's who everybody's coming to see. Like, everybody's not everybody's not a star. You can be popular, but they're stars. The McGowans are stars. They're stars. I'm not sure which. Text line, let me know which jersey. If you can only get one of them, which jersey do you buy, Trey or Bryce? Like, we know Trey. We're just meeting Bryce. But Bryce is elevating us to places and in conversations that we haven't had. Right? And then Lat Mayen at the 4. Right? Lat's going to sell. Australian folks are going to I'm just telling you. International folks love Lat Mayen. They love him. Derek Walker, he's the captain. He's the one that's out in the city and the space the most. The most, right? He's been here. He's been through it all. He'll be the heartstrings favorite. And then the second 5. Now, I'll tell you this, and folks are going to get weird, but I might tell you, second 5 might sell more jerseys.
Ooh.
The second 5 might sell no jerseys, right? Magawa Bunga, that's an exceptional text. To tell you today that the second 5 of, and folks have asked, well, what 10 are going to play, right? Because Fred's kind of said 9 or 10 are going to play. Mm-hmm. The second 5 for the majority of this was Kobe Webster, CJ Wilcher, Casey, Breidenbach, Eduardo Andre. That was the second 5.
There's a couple guys being left out there.
Purposeful.
Yeah.
Right? So, but to tell you that the first 5 might be the most athletic that Nebraska's had, but the second 5 might be the best 5. They do things right. Mm-hmm. They run the system. They don't like the first group is so athletic that they can kind of veer and go left and make a play exceptional. That's not ideal. Those are the 5 best basketball players right now. But I can tell you that folks are going to want CJ Wilcher jerseys. Yeah. Just telling you, CJ Wilcher for 2 days has been Big Ten great. Great. I didn't say good. I didn't say Big Ten level. I said Big Ten great. Shooting from a distance, tenacity. He's a bit of a dog on defense. Like, you forget sometimes that that's what it is. Can distribute, but also can score. Kobe Webster's a star. Like, Kobe bailed them out several times last year when they were struggling. Right? So we know what we get with Kobe. And Kobe's very popular. It's very popular. But there will not be I can't imagine that there's going to be a jersey that's sold more than Keisei Tominaga. I can't imagine that to be true. Like if they put that
Yeah.
jersey on their website on Huskers.com right now as available, it would sell out no matter how many they offer. Just because the international crew would find that jersey and order away.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm also not sure that Wilhelm Breidenbach might he's going to be the guy. He's this team's Kurt Rambis, except for he's talented.
Wilhelm is getting a lot of fans since Friday.
NBA
He's gained
folks,
a lot.
he was getting a lot of folks who slapped backs today in the scouting room because he does everything that an NBA team will need from a 6'10", 6'11" ball player.
Mm-hmm.
Like he look, there was an entire scrimmage where he was the point center and point forward. And I'm not talking about against, like he wasn't bringing it up against Eduardo Andre or Derek Walker. He was bringing it up against guards. Like guards that could defend. And it was no big deal. Got him to the offense, made the right pass off the read. And then a funny thing happened today. That it was extremely competitive. First team versus second team. Extremely competitive. Like, I know this team will be better because the first team is getting work.
Yeah.
Like, they show up every day like, oh, man.
We got to do this again.
Oh, man. These dudes, there's no break. And it's wonderful to watch, right? Like a truly competitive practice. But these folks dig each other. But they still get after each other.
Yeah.
Now, there's a name that played last year that I didn't mention. And that was the story of the day. Because there was a player who he played last year. He was injured. But today, and I don't know if it was just today, but I can tell you that for large stretches of the day, there was a player who was so in his bag that nobody on the floor could do anything about what he was doing or stop him. Trevor Lakes had the day of his life today. It was to the point. So imagine all the media people who are watching, and you're watching this thing build up, and you go, "Oh, he hits the first one. Okay, he hits the second one. It's the third one. It's the fourth one." And you start looking at each other. And you hit the fifth one. You hit the sixth one. You're now punching each other. Like every time he hit a shot, the media people punched each other. Like, are you watching this? He gets to 8 in a row. 8 in a row threes. And we are smacking each other like, oh, so you know the thing that happens when you see something so crazy, you just throw your hands up and turn away.
Yes.
Like that's what was going on in the gym today. As Trevor Lakes put on a show. Now, this is what's funny. The NBA scouts are there. And I promise you, none of them were there to see Trevor Lakes.
Yeah.
But everybody that left there today had a circle.
They know Trevor Lakes.
Like, it's like, To say that he fairly, easily, and I may be shorting him, but in their up and down scrimmages and the drills where they were competing, he was 10 for 11 from three. Mind you, Keisei Tamanaga was 8 for 9, and that wasn't
good enough.
Right? Like, it was like, and to tell you, Keisei, we got there right as they were stretching, and then they went into shooting drills and et cetera, and then some scrimmages. And he made the first 8 shots he took that we counted in live play.
Jeez.
Mind you, he had not missed a shot before that. So in all the drills, uncontested shots, everything went in. Everything. And then they go live, and he goes 8 for 9, and then here's what's funny, right? So there's one play where they get in transition, and he's at half court, and somebody grabs him just to kind of, stop the play. But that high IQ thing happens where he recognizes, okay, I need to finish the play. Like, I can either stop playing or I can finish the play. And he launches one from half court. And it hits the backboard, goes in, rolls, and then pops out. But the coaches all look at each other with that look like, this is awesome. Because it almost went
wild. Down. It's something that Nebraska hasn't had.
Look, I'm just
A lot of those things that you just mentioned in the last 19 minutes are things that Nebraska has not had.
and in their crucial free throw versus cardio, right? 15 players, they took 20, they went 15 or 20 during the crucial free throws where you had to run if you did.
If you miss it, yes.
All right, 15 or 20.
Once again, better than last year.
Well, because you got shooters now.
Yeah.
You got shooters. You actually got shooters. And some of the national media has talked about this team, like Nebraska, like, okay, they're going to be better offensively. Like, that's what everybody says. They're going to be better offensively.
Yeah, our good guy, John Rothstein.
They're going to be better offensively. They'll be fine offensively. I'm not sure what they're going to do defensively. Well, let me tell you something. They may be better defensively than they are offensively. The rap on Tominaga when he first started doing his thing was that he's going to be too small. He's a shooter only. But let me tell you, young dude can defend. Young dude can defend. So,
well, one guy that you left out there out of the first 10 guys, Q.
So there's another guy that wasn't included in that, Keon Edwards,
yeah,
who may be the best athlete of the bunch, the most freakishly athletic person of the bunch.
This offseason, outside of Alonzo Verge, possibly, Q's been talked about as one of the better defenders on the team from solely a defensive side.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah,
he's a dog. There's no question about it. He's a dog. Wet Blanket, I'll address what you just typed. It says, DP, I love you and respect you greatly. I hope everything that you were telling is true. Why would I tell you anything that wasn't true? What about me says that what I saw today, I'm now coming in here and telling you something other than what I just said. See, you can wait to buy in, but remember. Jacquez, yeah.
Don't even get me started on Jacquez.
No, here's the thing. I'm not on here to blow smoke up anybody's pant leg. I'm not. That's not my job. My job, I'm not a hype man. I don't have to. Because if I went over there and saw garbage, I would come and tell you. Everything about me says I will come in to tell you that I saw garbage. No, last year, you're talking about different. You're talking about an entirely different roster. You're talking about a different group of folks. Feel how you feel. Feel how you feel about basketball. If you want to sit in the corner and pout and be mopey, that's on you. I'm telling you what I saw today. And mind you, the conversation I just gave you was the conversation that was going on with NBA scouts. Now, if you're going to tell me you know more than NBA scouts, go feel free. Knock your socks off. I'll listen. Tell me what qualifies you more to judge the talent on this team than those 16 to 20 NBA scouts that were in the building today. Feel free. I'll wait. But you can't. And unless you tell me that you were there today with me watching this basketball team, I'll listen. So tell me what you saw today. I'll wait. I'm here to give you information based on things that you didn't see or that you don't have. I told you last year, I didn't get to see the practices. I told you that. Full disclaimer. I absolutely thought they were going to be better than the 7 wins they put together. Statement of truth. Absolutely true. What you say about the Nebraska history, absolutely true. But I'm also telling you what I saw today. Now, I haven't put a win total on it. I haven't said, this person's going to average so-and-so points. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is a collective group of folks who have high basketball IQ, sat in the same room and saw the same thing that I saw. And mind, we're all aware that this is they're playing in the Big Ten. We're all aware that this is a young team. So who with high basketball IQ looks at a young team and expects them to play at a top level right away. Nobody said that. What I said is, today, some folks shot the lights out in front of NBA scouts. Today, some folks showed that they had matured physically and emotionally. Today, Nebraska looked like a really talented basketball team. Be mad if you want to. Go ahead and pout. Say what you say. Harum. 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 Everybody harum. Okay. What I'm telling you is, Keisei Tamanaga is a talent. CJ Walter, baller. William Breidenbach, that's a Big Ten big. That's what I'll tell you. And Bryce McGowens, as everybody else talks about, he's young. He's a freshman, a true freshman. Elite talent, and he has to grow. But listen, the expert picked him as the number one swing player. The experts picked him as the number one wing in college basketball. The experts. That's not a DP thing. Again, feel how you feel about what I just said. I'm telling you the truth. If you don't want the truth, hey, find yourself over there, go watch, knock your socks off. Telling you what I saw. That's all I'm saying. I'm telling you what I saw. McGowens is the jersey choice. We got a McGowens, we got a Walker, we got a Thor, which would be a great Scott and Stonebridge. Yes, that's a great call. A Thor jersey that just says Thor. Lemon says Bryce is his pick. Trey isn't a star. He's a good player, but we know what we're going to get from him. People don't know what to expect from Bryce. They're different players, is what I'll tell you. They're different players. Same heart, different players. Different skills in different spaces. But athletically gifted, I mean, look, man, give me the athleticism of either of them, you're good. Some says they get the Walker jersey. With NIL, do players get money from jersey sales? I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure. With Fred Hoiberg at Nebraska now, is there anything Nebraska does not offer that Duke or Kentucky does? A history of producing NBA guys, an NBA of a history of being in the big dance and going far into it. That's, I mean, look, those are current blue blood programs that have talent and coaching and history behind them. Web Blanket also says, I have watched Markowski several times against inferior competition. She's a limited jumper, but has excellent hands, good feet, and outstanding understanding of the game. She would not be the shot blocker that Kane was, but is far more polished player than Kane was when she arrived in Lincoln. Not going to argue with any of that. Yeah, I don't think she'll be the shocker. Kane's the greatest shot blocker in their history. Do you think it's possible for Adrian Martinez to get into the Heisman race yet this season? I don't want to put that on him, but if he has a game Saturday night against Michigan and leads Nebraska to a win, whether he likes it or not, he will be in the race. Why? Mm-hmm. Because there are no exceptional players in the country. There's literally nobody who does more for their team than Adrian Martinez does. Whether you like it or not, whether he likes it or not. If he shows out and puts up a 300 and 125 game on national TV and has a Heisman moment where he takes 180 yards against that defense, guess what? And they win, yeah, they'll be talking about him. Does Saturday do more to take the heat off of Scott Frost or help Nebraska recruiting going forward? It certainly helps them recruit going forward. And it took the heat off Scott Frost until Monday morning. Until Monday morning, if it doesn't go the other way. Like, they're simple. That's a simple matter of truth. If they play the way they did against Oklahoma, what do you think the outcome would be? I think the outcome will be the same, that they'll play well and be short. They have to play better than they played against Oklahoma. They have to not do some of the silly things that they did against Oklahoma. Adrian can come back next year if he so chooses. So, Can we start no sit Saturday? Is our crowd?
I was
too
to say
old?
you didn't read
Is the crowd
the
too
second
old?
part of that one.
Crowd too old. Yeah, that's what that is. Nyla, yes, it was Ask DP. I literally opened and said you could ask me anything and I would answer it. So the coaches have talked about Breidenbach playing the 5. Is his defense enough to compete with 6'11", 255 Big Ten centers? Yes. I watched him today push around. He's going to have problems, but he's going to create more problems than he's presented with. He is he's something else. The Duke can play. I like this dude.
Well, and if they're able to get him and Derek Walker on the floor together, if that's a rotation that they want to do.
Well, that's what they did Friday night. Friday night, Lat didn't play, so Wilhelm started at the 4 next to Derek Walker.
Then you're looking at a lineup that's bigger down low than it has been.
And they can get bigger. They can get bigger. Yeah. So load your questions. Load your questions on the text line. I'll get to them. 464-5685. I'll come back just to answer questions.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Toys and sports collectibles, 6200 Havelock Avenue.
Hi, I'm Kevin with Sports Fantastic.
And I'm Daryl at Stop and Shop Funko Pop.
We have 2 of the best collectible stores in the coolest place in Lincoln, in historic Havelock by Misty's. Sports Fantastic has tons of sports memorabilia for Huskers and other hard-to-find teams.
And Stop and Shop Funko Pop has all your Funko and anime needs. It's your one-stop shop on one block at 6200 Havelock.
6200 Havelock Avenue.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to maintenance-free living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
Old School with DP and J.
Number 1 punt returner would probably be DeJuan Gross.
Take DeJuan over DeMornay.
Yeah, he was unstoppable. DeMornay could be like kick return.
Now we got to fill the linebacker.
I could have Levante and then move Trev to like the Sam. Mm-hmm. And then I could have Neil Smith / Broderick Thomas as one of the ends. And then
that's 6 shutouts.
Yeah, we mad if you get past like the 40.
That's 6 shutouts.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The workday is long, the bills are due, and sometimes you just need to relax. There's no better way to do that than in your brand new hot spring spa from Bonsall Pool & Spa. With hot tubs as low as $75 per month and interest-free financing, you're sure to find the perfect spa to fit your lifestyle. So get over to Bonsall Pool & Spa today and check out their selection of hot spring spas. Bonsall Pool & Spa, 33rd and Highway 2. Perfect water every time since 1951.
Last year, the average starting pay for an SCC truck driver training program graduate was $44,720. Southeast Community College can now make that a reality in only 8 weeks with its professional truck driver training class starting in October. SCC's fleet of 12 trucks and professional instructors will prepare you for a new career. You'll end the course with your Class A CDL. Learn more about SCC's professional truck driver training class at southeast.edu/truckdriver. SCC, your path to possible.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Just more beautiful fall weather on the way. We'll see sunny skies with an afternoon high of around 78. A light east-southeast wind at around 10. Increasing cloud cover tonight, a low down to 56. We will see a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. Be slightly cooler with a high of 73. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, this is Kurt, your shop manager at A1 Automotive here in downtown Lincoln. My promise to you is this: you won't find another automotive repair facility that genuinely cares about you and your vehicle. Our service is outstanding and our customer service is better. Please give me a call for all your automotive repair questions and needs. Call me at 402-477-4660. We were built on small town values, and that shows in how we treat others. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Why pay for average lawn care when you can get better elsewhere? Blades Lawn Care is the place to go for excellent service for homeowners associations and commercial or residential lawn work. As we enter the fall with aerating and lawn care ahead of winter, also prepare for 2022 maintenance for your lawn. Call Rich today at 402-730-6320 to learn more, or to schedule services for the fall, or to look ahead to 2022. Blades Lawn Care, trusted service for over 10 years.
Back to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Every now and then, I give like Nick gets a story on the break.
I've learned a lot. Since I think my first day here was November 11th or something. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, you kick the toes out of your shoe on that one, Nick. It's just
it took a little bit of a turn. It sounded good. I was like, oh, this is a really kind story. It's super kind.
That's how they get you.
Low, just
that's
nice and easy, and
that's how they get you.
Well, bam.
So true. So again, I'll take your questions. 464-5685. Yes, and Mailman Dan, you're absolutely. You said DP Wet Blanket got a point. Last year, you said some of the same stuff about the guys last year, and they were not very good. Factual, but I had not seen them, and I can tell you the talent level's better, and it's not even close. It's not even close. The talent on this basketball team is not even close compared to what it was last year. So that's just it. Joe, when is Adrian Martinez going to be on the show? Whenever Adrian shows up. Most of the student athletes have figured out recently, and as I was told today at basketball practice, they're waiting for an invitation, but I have told them that they are invited. You have an open door policy. What I want to happen here at the Ticket is that no matter what time it is, that if people have the ability and have the free time, I want coaches and athletes just to come on in. Come on in. That's every other radio sports station I've ever worked at. Was that randomly people would show, like I was in Utah, and we had BYU, we had Utah, and then the Utah Jazz, and then the Salt Lake the Salt Lake Bees, which was the AAA for Anaheim, and folks would just come in, right? They just come in. Like DP was hanging out. I was down the street. Okay, come on in, man. Come on in. That's how I want this to be. And the same thing for listeners. Stop by and say hi. We don't. I mean, if we're on break, we'll say hi and hug and take pictures and all that stuff. That's what we want to do. So that's simple. What did you think about the Ravens doing the last run of the game to keep the 100-yard rush streak going? Twitter has been lighting them up. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. What you have to remember is that they had the opportunity to stop him. Like, why would I kneel to make you feel better? Like, I get that. It's not like he didn't throw it. He didn't throw an 80-yard touchdown pass. He simply ran the ball. I'm okay with it. Get better. Like, tell Denver, get better. Like, stop a run. It's a quarterback running. Stop it. Right? Can Martinez dunk? I don't know. Nyla says, I need to randomly drop in. Yeah, you used to. I don't know what happened. You used to bring goodies, and I don't know what happened.
You don't have to bring the goodies. I'm trying to lose weight.
No, don't do that. You can do that. We are pro Adrian, right, Nick?
Absolutely.
Yeah. See that?
Don't get me started on that. I could stand on a soapbox.
Should Frost consider moving Vokalek to fullback? They use him. They can use him in that way. There's schemes that they already have where they can utilize him that way. So Vokalek should spend some opportunity as a lead blocker. How good is Michigan secondary? Okay. Tested the way that Nebraska is going to test them. They look, one, they hide what they do very well. They're very well coached. So they will show press coverage and actually give you zone. They will show you zone and then drop up the press. Zone coverage downs 1 and 2. Press coverage downs 3, sometimes in long distance, really so they can get time to get pressure home. They bring different sets. They'll start with 3, and then they'll bring 5, or they'll bring 6. They'll line up 7 in the box at the line of scrimmage and make you guess who's coming. And because of that, the corners will then press cover and give that pressure time to get home. Hopefully the pressure gets there before quarterback sees the open receiver or gets him open. So there's that. I like the idea of a no-sit Saturday. I will listen to you guys on whether you're telling us that that would work or not. I don't know, right? I don't know if you would the Blue Bloods of Nebraska want to stand for an entire football game? Football's different than basketball. Would they be willing to do that? You guys can tell me whether you think they would or not. I'm not sure what that would be.
I will say I was at the Wisconsin actually at the No Sit Sunday. That was an awesome
What were you,
experience.
7?
Yeah, I got tickets for my
I
birthday.
was gonna say, what were you, 7? You were in second
2012.
grade?
I would have been 11. I would have just turned 11 a month before.
You were so young. You were so young.
Fantastic.
Yeah. How was it?
Oh, it was a blast watching Frank Kaminsky.
Okay. Frank the Tank.
Walter Pitchford came out right out of the gate, hit a 3, and it was like, whoa, this is happening today.
Mr. Unlimited says no sit Saturday will never happen again.
Yeah, probably.
Could it happen again in basketball? Maybe?
Absolutely.
Right?
But the way that shaped
was it
up,
no sit Saturday or no sit Sunday?
No sit Sunday.
Okay.
The way it shaped up perfect because it was a team that everybody expected that they needed that win to make the big dance. And everything, the optics, everything just matched up perfectly. It was the final game of the season. Mike Peltz, I believe, proposed to his girlfriend or his girlfriend that day in the game or in the arena. It all
they better have
matched up
won if you're going to
perfect.
do that.
They did.
Yeah, you better have won. Fedoni's back in practice. Think he will be back by Ohio State game or sooner. I would expect after the bye week. That's just math from, and if he's practicing, and again, I don't know if it's full practice, and I don't know full contact, full extreme. They were coming in when I got over from basketball. They were just coming off the field to football by the time I got over there. Actually ran into Scott Frost and his mom as I was walking in, and I felt awkward because I was on a phone call with my on my speaker. And you're walking up to Scott Frost, and I'm just going, okay, this isn't awkward at all. I'll call you back because Scott Frost doesn't need to hear what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Or his mom. Hi, Mom. How are you? That's kind of where we were. DP, do you homeschool Nick while he's at the station? And when does he start high school?
Ooh, ouch, man.
Oh, sick bird.
Yeah.
Sick bird. That's good.
I got a year and a half left.
I'll high five that texter. That's a great text. That's a great text.
No, actually, his wife does. She's a much better teacher.
Yeah, she really
much
is.
more patient.
She really is. I mean, she married me for crying out loud. That tells you anything. Could Mr. Unlimited says it could definitely happen again for basketball. It's only 15,000 people. You got some 90-year-olds in the stadium on Saturdays. Again,
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I'll take that. Right. I don't. We're going into Game 7, and don't you feel like we still haven't seen the whole offensive playbook? Jordan, you are correct. You are correct that. I think a lot of what was said early in the season was that even early in the season, they were still playing checkers with this group. They were still teaching folks the basic stuff. And I didn't go on my Yant rant because I just wanted it to stay in a positive, good space. But I kind of felt like, wow, for what they were trying to do, he would fit best. Best. Yeah, from the receivers, it's the first time for extended periods of time where you have the group, as Matt Lubick said today, they're the healthiest at the skill positions that they've been, with the receiver position that they've been. Not having, Gabe Ervin hurts, right? That he's out, but that's a real thing.
Here's something you always talk about at the beginning of the season. it was all about Nebraska's doesn't have an identity on offense.
Mhm.
It was last year, what was their play
Mhm.
that they always counted on?
Mhm.
Are we at the point where 6 games in, are we at the point where it's the option? Is
No.
that their play?
No, that's not their play.
How do you?
They are
how do
not
you-
going to live and die by that.
How do you finally realize when it is their play? If that
when
makes sense.
when we all know it's coming and it works.
Okay. Last year, the swing passes did not work,
W-
but we knew it was coming.
But that shouldn't be your signature play.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be your identity play. If I tell you, think of great teams in sports. You knew what they were doing. Alabama is no joke. They'll tell you, look, man, big man coming behind a whole bunch of other big men. Right here off tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He may go off the guard's butt, but ultimately there's a pretty small space.
Yeah.
And they dare you to stop it. Like they dare you to stop it. There are systems that happen. I mean, my goodness, Clemson would tell you they were running the hitch route. There wasn't nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. LSU would tell you they would run all slants and wear you out. So, we still don't know. The identity part still hasn't been resolved because we don't know how many carries Yant's going to get. Right now, nobody knew Yant was going to get the load that he got Saturday. Nobody knew.
No way.
We had not seen Xavier Betts on that play since his very first carry as a play, like anything similar to that. Different plays, but same idea, getting him the ball early in space. The route combination that they ran with Samori Toure early, 70 yards. No, that wasn't a thing that we've done. So the identity still hasn't. The identity of this team is the defense. But offensively, they do not have the identity. The identity is pass play. Adrian puts his foot in the ground and makes people miserable.
Yeah.
So, and that's fair because that's really
do what you do best.
All right. So there's that. I'll come back. I'll get more of your questions. We'll finish up one-on-one. We'll do that when we return.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The workday is long, the bills are due, and sometimes you just need to relax. There's no better way to do that than in your brand new hot spring spa from Bonsall Pool and Spa. With hot tubs as low as $75 per month and interest-free financing, you're sure to find the perfect spa to fit your lifestyle. So get over to Bonsall Pool and Spa today and check out their selection of hot spring spas. Bonsall Pool and Spa, 33rd and Highway 2. Perfect water every time since 1951.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Just more beautiful fall weather on the way. We'll see sunny skies with an afternoon high of around 78. A light east-southeast wind at around 10. Increasing cloud cover tonight, a low down to 56. We will see a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. Be slightly cooler with a high of 73. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Why pay for average lawn care when you can get better elsewhere? Blades Lawn Care is the place to go for excellent service for homeowners associations and commercial or residential lawn work. As we enter the fall with aerating and lawn care ahead of winter, also prepare for 2022 maintenance for your lawn. Call Rich today at 402-730-6320 to learn more or to schedule services for the fall or to look ahead to 2022. Blades Lawn Care, trusted service for over 10 years.
Deck City is Lincoln's DIY deck headquarters. With real deck professionals, they can help you throughout the entire process. They also offer financing for qualified customers. Deck City offers the best quality materials so you have a deck built to last. There's everything from Yellowwood lumber to the best quality TimberTech composites on the market and high quality aluminum railings by Westbury or Diamond Piers for easy footing install. For those looking to bring your wood deck back to life, they offer good proof ready seal stain. Deck City, your deck material headquarters, is now open Saturdays from 9 to 1, 2 blocks north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
This is Brad Moline, president of Allo Communications. I'm proud to say that Allo is supporting the FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. We are committed to bringing high-quality internet to everyone in our fiber communities. If you qualify for federal support or have been financially impacted during the pandemic, you may receive free 500 megabit internet from Allo. To find out more, please stop by the Allo store or go to allofiber.com/EBB.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
Another packed fall sports season means it's time to get to N Street Drive-In to fill up on all your beverage needs. This month's specials are Sam Adams, Exile Brewing from Iowa, and other fall seasons. Also, make sure to download the new N Street Drive-In app to order online and to set a delivery right to your front door. And don't forget their top-notch Crowler fill system. N Street Drive-In, your one-stop beverage stop at 1801 O Street.
Work out your stress and get back to feeling great at Planet Fitness. It's a great time to do your own thing. Now through October 13th, join for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get back to a routine that's right for you with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Plus, check out the Crowd Meter in our free PF app for the best time to visit. Join today for $1 down, $10 a month, and cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends October 13th. See club for details.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Dominic Raiola joins us. So what was your impressions, Teddy Prohaska in particular, Dominic?
I hate putting projections on people because, you don't want to do that. But this guy's a 10 to 15 year NFL player now. Like, they don't make him like this guy. This guy, I watch, they don't make people that look like this guy and not play in the NFL. Like,
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thank you guys for adding to the show, being a part of the conversation. 464-5685. Thank you guys for being on the Starter Heyman text line. Before we end one-on-one, we'll go back to the text line. Does Nebraska have any first-team all offensive or defensive players right now? Wow. First team, the guy that comes to mind is JoJo because of the two all player of the week type scenarios, which is a requirement. Reimers was in the conversation before last week. They may be side by side right now. One of them, it won't be both. It might be one of them. Cam Taylor-Britt got the preseason hype, but I'm not sure to this point now he could turn the corner because he's going to be under attack for the next several weeks. Like, they're going to come after him. He's going to have to play up.
Ohio State, especially.
Yeah, he's going to have to play up. The bigs up front don't get that kind of love. But Damian Daniels should, from a leadership standpoint alone, and productivity. He knows, like, the league knows how they've double teamed him. So any guy that's playing 2-on-1 is a part of it. Offensively, Adrian's the guy that is in mind. Juergens is probably second or third because there's a depth at his position, but not many people have put in the work that Adrian has offensively. So if that was it, I would say that if I had to put my hand to a fire, I would probably say Adrian. Are you concerned about Yant's ball protection? He got lucky on several runs going one-handed. I am. I said that this spring and this summer. My big issue with the young man is that that's the thing that stands in mind, right? Right, that young players get caught up in the moment and then gang tackled and several people punching the ball and poking the ball. That's what we have in mind. Wet Blanket, your family, right? You don't have to apologize or other. I was making a point that, look, man, while I definitely understand everything you say about this, that right,
he keeps us honest.
No, people know, like, we can disagree and I can still love you. Like, that's that's kind of how I work, is that you say how you say. We don't know. None of us know what this team's record is going to be. One, there are too many factors, right? Rotation, chemistry, injury, We're in a pandemic. Like there's a ton of reasons that we can't sit and say, from any expertise, what we expect to see. I can only tell you what I saw. And I wouldn't go and say how many wins they're going to have, or that they're going to win a tournament game, or they're going to win the Big Ten. No, that's not what I'm going to say to you. I'm only going to say to you what I saw today. And what I saw today was that quite frankly, they have depth that they haven't had since I've been here. And I can say that, and that's a statement of truth. I think it's the best starting five since I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy to say. I think they're getting the most support from the coaching staff this year. I think the fan base is ready. I think these folks have acclimated themselves to Lincoln and the area and the university. I think they have the attention of NBA scouts, which is a statement of fact, whether you like it or believe it or not. The NBA scouts are looking at the talent on this roster. And I'll tell you, more than anything else, that any given night, one night it could be Verge, the next night it could be Trey McGowan, the next night it could be Bryce, next night it could be Lat Mayen, draining threes, or it could be Kobe Webster, or it could be Casey, it could be Breidenbach. I mean, that's what I'm saying to you is there is no deep and utter reliance on one person as there was a year ago. And the style of play, the people who have the talent that is in play, fit the style of play more than they did a year ago. If you've listened to the show and you've listened to the basketball players who came on, they'll tell you it's different this year than it was last year. And I trust them, and I trust my eyes, and I say that. And I'm not saying that anybody says they're not going to be good is wrong. I'm telling you what I saw today. That's what that means. And let me say this so you understand. For all the practices that I've been to, and I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about pro basketball, NBA, G League, D League, CBA, etc. High school, college, whatever. I know what good basketball looks like. The thousands of practices and work I've been to, that's knowledge. You can tell me that, hey, they haven't been good for 2 years, 3 years. Okay, you're right. I'm telling you what I saw today. For those that are willing to get on the ride, jump on. Have a good time. Enjoy the Huskers hoops. That's what I'll say to you. Stay tuned. Jay Foreman, next.